Audio Jungle.
But I always make sure that I acknowledge God in these things, because we were 900 applicants across the world, and 10 were successful, and we were one of 10, and we were the only African one for that year, 2 years ago. So it's those little things that we are able to then recognize and also speak to these people at that platform to say,
Hi everybody, welcome back to Real Talk. Today we have the privilege to visit Oasis all the way in Skelpkraal. Today we sit down with the founder, Mr. Clifford Martinus. This is a man with a big heart that opened his whole life for the community. Sit back, relax and have an enjoyable time. So Clifford Martinus, welcome to Real Talk. It's such an honor to have you here today. Very privileged to get some of your time because I know you're very busy.
shame.
How are you doing today, Clifford?
I'm very well, Michelle, and thank you for having me. So as you know, I think people call me Cliffy.
Yes.
Very comfortable. Young man, I don't know why they call me Uncle Cliffy, but I take it because it's maybe the sign of respect.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm happy to be able to talk to you
Okay.
and to give you the, can't understand, but why the interest, but okay, it's good.
I look, when I went to go and do your research, and Oasis was first a soccer club, if I'm correct. You can correct me if I'm
No,
wrong.
I think, yeah.
Was it to do with sports first of all? Did it start there? Can you just...
So for years I'm working with people living directly on the streets. And so I used to play football, and in 2000 started a football club in Chakra Road Church League. We used to play in the church league for 5 years, and in those 5 years I used to bring some of the guys that I used to work with that lives on the streets in the CBD in town.
Yeah.
Then they would come and join the club, play in this church league, until something so cool happened that one of them got selected to go through our program to the Laureus World Sports Academy in Monaco. Stood with Sean Connery, the real Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Came back from abroad, showed me the pictures, and all of those little things probably ignited to say, but if this was an opportunity for one person, maybe it can be exposed. So since the 05,
Yeah.
we then thought maybe we should consider bringing it into the SAFA Football Federation, and that's when it happened.
Okay.
That we've expanded.
Sports for social change. I know you make a lot of change in the community with the soccer, street soccer, and there was also street netball that I'm aware of. I just want you to explain to us, or maybe tell us, is it only specific schools that you're targeting, or is it overall for the whole Western Cape or just in the region?
So if we talk schools, right now we're currently hosting all the under 10s within this region 4, I think you call it in your schools. Yes. Southern suburbs, southern areas, where all the under 10s of all the schools play their football league here every Thursday. If you speak when we target communities and through our street football and netball initiatives, we try as far as possible to include as best budget allows or funds allow or resources allow. Then when we speak Homeless World Cup and street football, then we tend to try and stretch even further across the province, Western Cape, and including other cities in the country.
Cliffy, do the children pay a fee to play soccer?
No. So if we talk football and football club, none of our members, including the netballers, we in the process of trying to get the club federated.
Yeah.
If we can get that right, then I think we're on the next level, getting our girls more exposed.
Yeah.
But for the last few years, Lynn and her team has been pushing hard to get us regular activations with our girls every Sunday. Because we know our scenario with our kids and where they come from, it will be unfair of another sport for development program or initiative to put an extra burden on the families. and yet the mission is to use sport as a tool for social development.
Yeah.
And so none of the close on just over 100, if not more, players in the club don't pay
At all.
at all.
That's
So we've
yeah.
got under 10s, under 12s, 14s, under 16s, this year we don't have under 18, but we have our female team. We have our 2 senior teams. So we've got about 8 divisions or 9 divisions of footballers.
Yeah.
And the coolest part is, Michelle, they come from all over your Guguletu, Nyanga area, Lotus Parkwood, Ottery, Jimsabos, Igoli.
Yeah.
So they come from our community.
Yes.
And it's the deliberate process of ours is to be integrated. We want to have an integrated approach so that our children don't grow up disregarding my black or my colored young boy, but that they see each other as one.
Yeah. Correct me again. You've got basically 6 projects that you're running. Is it 6 or is there more on your list? The next one that I want to talk to you about is a garden for growth. Tell me a little bit about that, and what are you growing here in the garden, and the vegetables or the fruit that you are growing there. What are you using it for? Is it for the people that's living here,
Correct.
or selling? What's happening?
So I think when you ask the projects, we've got the football, we've got the netball, we've got the training, basic training that we do for people. We've got the garden, we've got the you're right, the street football and the Homeless World Cup and all of these things. So we've got quite a few fingers in the pie, but it's all to do with trying to have an holistic approach to the development of people. So when we have our beautiful Garden of Grace, the Garden of Grace really, so when COVID hit everybody, people tend to have thought that was a bad omen, but for us it was a blessing in disguise, knowing that we were able to, from being the service provider for the city of Cape Town, with the people living at the Strandfontein camps, where we were responsible for 500 people in our tent, but our tent was the one who hosted Zumba. Our tent was the one who hosted all these awareness programs around COVID, as opposed to just social distancing.
Yeah.
And again, there the sport aspect came in strong, because after every activity, we had to spray you down with your sanitizer, just so that people know that it's important to sanitize, so that even though we're together, we can still be safe. When all this human rights issues came on board, we were approached, and the city offered to, not offered, we offered and said, no, we'll take people here from that camp. So about 80 of those people came to live here. Quite a few of them are still with us, which means quite a few are off the street since then, still no longer on the life on the street. Some of them are support staff at Oasis at the moment. Not knowing that one of those guys and he's Tuffy from Zimbabwe, but also because of coming to South Africa and looking for a better life, landed on the streets in the city. And Tuffy with Alan are the ones who heads up Gardens for Growth and the Garden of Grace, because Tuffy has a background in that when he was at school in Zimbabwe, and not knowing that he comes through this process, and not knowing that being half forced to be on a tented camp, then here's a little tunnel that opened for him, that there's a bit of hope. Yeah. And so being here with a garden, we test a lot of stuff here, Michelle. We try a lot of stuff out because we like to explore. So one of the big explorations was growing strawberries here.
Yeah.
And because I used to make the joke, why would you want to go to
the strawberry farm,
Stellenbosch? You can come to Oasis here in Skarpral and you can have your strawberries here, and we have the best. So next month, August, September, that's that season again. So maybe you can come.
Listen here, you're gonna think I'm lying. I said to Leah, the next interview is I want to go to Stellenbosch to go and interview the people at the strawberry farm.
No, you can interview our strawberry guys.
Yes,
we have the nicest big organic strawberries that grows here. But also our spinach is good, our lettuce, your beetroots come here, all beautiful. And what the spin-off of that was, so we feed our own people here, but now and then we sell. So if people want to buy when we have in stock, they can come and buy, because it's also to self-sustain our programs and activity, but also for the people that works in the garden to earn a little stipend. If I may, the likes of your Pick and Pay was pivotal in helping us to support the program. The Department of Agriculture, Western Cape, critically helped us with all of these things. And I think this is a cool platform to acknowledge also the blessings that, because it really was a cool way. I mean, when we can't because of it's a bit wet at the back there. You'd see our green rooms, greenhouses, just really gone bigger from where it was.
Yeah. Just to come in there, I came to visit you, the garden last year, and I had the privilege to just talk to some of the workers there, and I was very impressed because I'm a green finger person, so I love gardening. But to add on to that, Cliffy, just listening to you, and we're only on the second topic, God has really given you the wisdom and I mean so much grace to really start all these programs here.
I don't even know.
I think you've got so much patience.
I hope I have enough for my wife. Because she works with me here.
Yeah.
And I think we team up nicely, even though we have our issues because it's having to run this household.
Yes, yeah.
But I mean, you're right. The fundamentals is God. The purpose is God. And so it was really cool. And people still don't believe me. I don't know how this came together. And you won't, I promise you, I didn't sit like any other guy. They plan an organization. They plan their service. They're going to do this, that, and the other. I still don't know how everything just came to where it is today.
Yeah.
But it's like literally putting these little nicks together. And when you do look back and you see actually God's hand was in this all the time.
All the time, yeah.
And so even though I need to strengthen my walk, but I know I'm serving His purpose. And Anthea, who's the solidly Jesus child, need to make sure that we prioritize Him at the center of it all.
Just give me more clarity on the vocational training. I love that. I spoke to one of your people that attended a workshop, I think it was yesterday, one of your ladies, and the feedback that I got from her was very informative, I must say. So just to elaborate on that more.
So we were fortunate. I mean, there's a recent program that was just supported and project funded by the city through the Water and Sanitation Department. Mako member, what's his name? Badruddin.
Yeah.
And this initiative was about 2 years ago that application was made. And a month ago, I got an email. Congratulations. I couldn't understand. I said to our office head, I said to the treasurer actually, Nick, just check if this is not fake. Because, I mean, 2 years later. But I think where we are today, so long short was, it was confirmed. So we have this area cleanup, environmental cleanup program until November, December this year. The aim there is just to empower people living directly on the street, but also local community around the Somerset West Strand, Gordons Bay, Broadlands areas to clean up around you, pick up litter, do this thing. But the uniqueness of the approach is that we are trying to create opportunity for those living directly on the street.
Yeah.
So that is the initiative that we're super excited about, because when we are able to say to somebody that you're currently finding yourself staying on the streets, but it doesn't mean that it has to be filthy. It doesn't mean that around your sides it must be dirty. So please pick up and all of those things. So I think that initiative will gain more traction. On site here we have very basic welding that we transfer the skill, basic computing. We've got the Uncle Russell and his team that does the paving slabs, manufacturing. And all those basic initiatives is related just to the people that we serve here. Is where's your strength? Where's your purpose? Where do you fit in? How do you see? And if somebody likes, like in this case that we had welding, so then we had a relationship with a Merceter, and the Merceter funded, I think, 26 opportunities for learnerships. And the guys were then trained to get into the NQF levels and so on. Okay. So that for us also was a nice opportunity to just say that you stepping up from where you were to a next opportunity. And I think at the moment we have 2 there, about 5 or 6 that's currently employed, 2 at Roofing and Steel and another engineering company that took the guys onto their payroll now.
Yeah.
So they now, and I think there's still two living here, but the other three has moved on.
And it's
Um,
basically they're finding their purpose here.
and I hope that is what it
Yeah.
is.
Well, if you look from the outside, it's really they're finding their purpose and what they want to do and what is their calling in life. I really see it that way. And then one of the things that caught my eye was the social skills development. It's more like life skills, if I'm
Yeah.
yeah. So
I think it's more about just being you.
yeah.
I mean, so when somebody comes in here and wanting to look for a place to live, um, the first thing at any facility, it costs so much and so much and so much. We're saying, why would you want to be here? If you are sincere, um, we then afford you the opportunity to stay here. That means we're bringing you into a household, not a facility, not an institute, not a rehab.
Yeah.
We bring you into our home. And into this home, we've got just 2 or 3 priorities. One is for the first 3 or 4 months, you'll be staying in-house. In-house meaning, please don't come and tell us you've got this responsibility, that responsibility. Please don't tell us you want to be on the street to look for work, because we're telling you you don't need work because you're going to have a place to sleep, you're going to have food to eat, you're going to have a place to wash. So all your needs would be met. And also the coolest part of our intervention is the teaching or the learning of you, the baby in the house now. So those that's here 3 years, those that's here a year or two, they earn an income at the moment. Some of them are employed, some of them are earning a SASA grant, some of them are earning some sort of, or one of our contracts that we get. They're the older persons in this household, so they contribute to the house.
Yeah.
So their contribution of 400 Rand, I mean, you will never hear anywhere where people contribute 400 Rand. So that 400 Rand ensures that the babies get to eat. The newbies get to eat. Don't need to worry. The other priority is, don't forget you're living at home, and home needs to be, you've got your chores at home.
Yeah.
Some of these little things we forget when we were younger, or we weren't told by parents, so you decided to be too big too quick, and that landed you up in nonsense.
Nonsense, yeah.
And so later on in the years, now you're 30 years old, 40 years old, now you realize you've got absolutely no more family that cares about you. So I'm saying, yes, this hope, Oasis, it's literally like an oasis, an opportunity of hope. Some water in the garden, some water in the workshop, just some water. So that's the social that we're trying to say engage.
You said the newbies, the babies. You mentioned that they are not allowed to go out. Is there a reason why you say that? Why they're not allowed to go out? That is the one thing. And secondly, when you want to come here, is there certain requirements that you look at before they can be?
I think so. So when we allow you in, when you accept you, you've come with a request to better your life. Because prior to coming us, you were either on the streets, just on your, like we always say, scuttling and all of those things.
Yeah.
You were just nomadic all over the show because you don't have consistency. So the social development or the social skills that we transfer into this person is saying that just find a sense of purpose again. So that when you stay here and when you are told you can't go out for the next 3 months or so, just relax, just be at home. Because every need that you say you have is currently being met. It's met if you stay here. So why would you want to go out on the streets? So it defeats the purpose and you don't belong here.
Yeah.
So
what is your youngest that's here and the oldest?
The youngest is, I think, 23.
Okay.
Oldest is 76, 77, or could be closer to 80.
And these people, are they homeless? Some of them are drugs. It's varied.
It varies.
Yeah.
Because, but loads of them have lived on the streets.
Yeah.
But what has happened in the last few years, it's unreal. It's my local community who knows the football, who knows the netball, who knows a family member is struggling with substance misuse, calls us up now. So it's now somebody in the Pelican, somebody in the park saying, if this can happen to this guy, it can happen to my child also. I want us to understand the context and the understanding of what it is for homelessness. Homelessness is not just the person on the street living rough or sleeping rough. Homelessness is actually what happens in our own townships, in our own community, that disassociation, that where you just feel isolated because of your social ills. And our approach is one that says we want to bring you into the fold to say that you're part of family, you're part of a thing called home, and home says there's lots of social development stuff, there's lots of engagement, lots of opportunity, lots of stepping stones that you've got to get onto in order to achieve. For example, we've got one of the guys that he used to play for South Africa's under 23 football, masterful under 23. Played 5 years in Belgium, played 5 years in Denmark.
And we don't know about these things.
Because it's not, I don't want to tell about these things. You understand? I have now a sense of confidence because it's not always, and I think I shared with you, it's not always about Cliffy and
Yes, yeah.
it's about, because I don't want us to make money off people's, and because now somebody, great funder comes on board and the funder gives us all this money and then these people that we spoke of are back on the streets or back on the drugs. So it's really not fair. So now that we are confident in one or two of these guys, now we are able to, after 5 years with Irfan Jacobs, who was on death row when he was, but since Strandfontein Camp, he's one of the senior supervisors at the facility here. But living a life in prison for 40 years, in and out of prison, and only now realize that wasted my life, and he is so in love with the Lord. So, so that is a cool dude there. But this guy that's with us had lived the life in Denmark and in Belgium, only to come back onto the streets in Parkwood after years of. And all I said to him when he came 4 months ago, I said, it's not about your football. You came, you want. So these are the few steps. The football will always be remembered. Everybody will know this legend. However, things happened. And it's now, Michelle, 5 months that he's here. Not to date still, I haven't asked what went wrong. I'd love to now. I said to him the other day, I'm going to start engaging now to find out what were your stumbling blocks. What caused you? Because you had all the euros that you could ask for. So you came back to and these youngsters that were here early on, those youngsters were saying, you, Uncle Cliffy, that guy looks so good now. I'm so glad that you guys are stepping in. And I think that's what it's about. It's not for us to showcase, it's for us to be real in the life of somebody. I'm not discounting the work that other organizations are doing, but I just feel that this thing was put together in such a way as Oasis, so there shouldn't be too much strictness and stipulations and all of these things, because I don't even know half of these things that we do. But if this is a means and a mechanism to help, then we ensure we help somebody.
Okay, Cliffy, last one, home reintegration. I went to go and visit the young ladies over there last year. I visited them, very impressed. I would like you to show us around, if you don't mind.
No worries. These rubbles that came from the ground.
Yeah.
We had a project with the city. Lots of women from the informal settlement, Igoli, dug out all of that with their hands. And so we've got a bit of a wall there that we're going to also just remember the women that did that.
Okay.
So it must have purpose. So even if you look at the way our garden is organized, it's not a flat line garden. It's really a journey. So when you bring visitors, you're able to walk them around and actually show them and have a bit of a journey explained. You know? So
you really got a heart for people. Yeah, you must have a heart for people in able to do what you are doing. And I don't think you give yourself enough credit. Yes, all glory goes to God. We
For
know
sure.
that. But sometimes I think you can say to yourself and sit back and say, thank you, Lord, for giving me the wisdom and the knowledge to do this for your glory.
When I was in Berlin, we received an award
Yeah.
for our innovative cultural, call it a cultural innovation. And then it was your United Nations undersecretaries, and it is BMW global bosses, and here you have to go onto the stage. And even the BMW lady said to me, Uncle Cliffy, you know. So, but I always make sure that I acknowledge God in these things, because we were 900 applicants across the world, and 10 were successful, and we were one of 10, and we were the only African one for that year, 2 years ago. So it's those little things that we are able to then recognize and also speak to these people at that platform to say, I come from these back streets.
Yeah.
And I tell those people I come from these ground areas and so on. So for me to be able to acknowledge the journey from where we come, hopefully that inspires one of my others peers and saying we must do more. So when you see me write on socials, when you see me post, you will always say let us as NGOs try and do more.
Yeah.
Because it's not just an Oasis thing, it's us in our community corners. How can we just do more?
Yeah. And what I like about you is you don't take these things for your own benefit. You really do. If I look at other organizations, sorry to say that, and we are
You know.
recording right now, is some people do it for their own gain. But what I like about you and the people that working with
This is
you,
a teacher speaking to me now.
yes, you do it for all for the people and all for
Sure.
the glory of God. I can see it when I walk onto this premises. I can really see how people are
Same
engaging
man, kind of
and
deal.
what they are doing here.
The ones, and I keep on reminding these guys, do you know, and I say to them, because we're now at the moment, but just over 80 people. And I say, if Anthea were to say, let's charge these people
Yeah,
a rental. I said to him, ik sal mos wegloop met klomp geld
yeah,
hier.
the
Because,
Claric.
klaarryk. Because you literally have a bare minimum. I worked it out. I said, do you know, if I charge you just 1,000 rand, I'll have 80 plus thousand a month here.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Pas op.
Dan moet jy 300 rand.
Yeah. I mean, if it this allows me to speak about this partnership relationship that we have with Viva Con Agua, if it's allowed, Viva Con Agua and then Africa Experience, it's two partner organizations. Africa Experience is our hero at the moment
Okay.
because little did we know that they say in their websites for 7 years we've journeyed with Oasis and Cliffy,
Yeah.
and it's a one of built on trust.
Yes.
This year, because in the past years they gave us some balls, some equipment for the program. This year, they spent so much money in making sure that we get the Homeless World Cup squad to Oslo later this year.
Okay.
So to Holger and his team, it was crazy. Even worse, you see the beautiful bus. We'll walk past it.
As I walked in, dink ek die mense was kwaai as die nou hulle bus.
It's amazing, eh? So the bus with Holger and his team, this Africa experience, I really can tell you, he understood my situation, and he says it's a bit of a low season now.
Yeah.
You can use one of our buses until when the season picks up. So that sprinter bus is that's for us for all our programs. Then he says we'll fill up the diesel every week when you need to have it filled up. So it's like, huh? So it's all about
faithful.
it's a relationship. It's a
And
relationship.
people don't understand, and it's also your attitude towards people.
I hope
Whenever
because I can be full of nonsense
Yeah,
as well.
no,
but I
no, no,
mean,
you were never full of nonsense. Because I always talk nonsense to you, and I see you. But yeah, you've got what it takes to run this place.
thanks, man. Sometimes we feel that people don't see the other side that we, because yeah, jongetjie. Maybe this is something that you can advise. I'm telling everybody about this idea that we have, so that you'll see. Did you see the section yet?
No.
I can quickly show you the idea. So I want to connect the Gardens for Growth,
Yeah.
the sport program, with the schools.
Okay.
But it's the idea is birth as the outside classroom,
Yes. Yeah.
but it's to focus on the environment and climate change
And all of those.
but to teach the learners about these basic things of
Nice place.
yes. So it'd be good if you have your 40 learners per class come here those periods.
Yes. Yeah.
10 maybe
And you will do it in summer, obviously.
preferably, but also if you look at what we're designing, that's look a bit messy at the moment, but that life raft
Yes.
will be converted into a classroom.
Yeah.
So that is my idea. So that classroom will have a projector in. It used to seat 58 people
Yeah.
of those cruise liners. But I want to minimize it and take only about 15 to 20 learners.
In there.
Seating, projector, videos around the environment, climate change, whilst other children are here, some are in the garden.
You normally divide them up in groups.
Correct.
In any case.
Then you shift them around.
Yeah.
It's almost like they go around to
Yeah.
get, so when they leave
From
here,
one station to the other.
correct.
Okay.
So I had education department here already. I spoke to your circuit heads already. I spoke to them all.
But this, when as an educator and as someone that I think I'm one of the teachers that take our children on 4 or 5 different outings
Now you
every
see.
year
Wow.
because our children don't get to see those things. This is an excellent idea.
It's so great to have it working. Sure, I
Yeah,
can't
it
wait.
will work. Definitely will work.
We just need to figure out the mechanics around it, but I'm excited.
You're obviously gonna does the ground stay like this, or you wanna put down?
You tell me. I want to have it as raw as possible.
Okay.
And natural as possible, so that the children, obviously we'll tidy up and clean up and make
Yes,
it look nicer.
definitely.
But the vision ahead is to say that when 15, 20 children are on the field, 15 to 20 children are in a classroom setting, other
Yeah.
15 are in the gardens, and you shift them around and they walk
Go for
about.
it. Definitely gonna work out. I will be. I would like to see where your
People
the
live.
hostels. I think that's what it's called, eh?
No, it's their rooms.
It's the rooms. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. I
No,
was
absolutely.
gonna say dorms.
The rooms, we've got the one that's a,
Okay, so is this the bus?
yeah.
Yeah. Very nice, man.
Very
This is very nice, I must say.
I mean, even with Mr. There's other buses that's parked here.
Yeah,
It's just how everything connects.
yeah.
So when the Mentis bus services are here in 17th 18th Avenue.
I use them. I only use them for my outings, though.
So
You better give me a discount
I'll
next time, because I mean,
you exactly is. I'll tell him. But what was so cool is that people tell me when buses are parked like this, you charge you pay quite a bit to park
yes,
them,
to
and
park
here's
it.
about 8 buses that park here.
Yeah.
But it's only because they were busy doing roadworks here, so
Yeah.
you can't move in and out there.
Okay.
But for the last 3-4 weeks that it's here, so during school holidays we had holiday programs here.
Yeah.
So the buses were available to go and fetch and drop children.
Yes, enjoy.
First time.
Yeah.
And then also last activity was the Grand West for the ice rink.
Okay.
So we took about 70 children
To Greenwich.
to Grand West
Yes.
on the ice. Mr. Mervyn Mentis, no problem, Cliffy.
Yeah.
You know, so why would I want to go and make money when there's relations and so on?
Give and it shall be given
I
unto
tell you.
you.
Okay, so this block here is where the kind of first entry. It's
Is this the male one?
that male section here. So there's 2 rooms in here. Don't worry about these boards. These boards are going to the football field. Hello. You can come. So here we have about space for about 25 people in this one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Also about 20. The idea is about close to 40 guys in this space.
All of them got their own bed,
Yes.
basically, and their own place to hang their clothes. You can see this is a male's one, eh?
Yeah, thank you. And you know what I love about it? Because I always say to them, I bring visitors here unannounced.
Yes.
So when it's unannounced and I see your place in a disarray, great, because I'm going to get you at the house meeting and so on.
I love the ladies one.
So the 2 front sections is the women,
Okay.
and at the back is the older person, and then the support staff.
That's what they make these.
Ah. Hello, 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 hello. You can definitely come in. Hello, Michael. Cool. Yeah, are they safe? Is it okay to come in here? Hey, Raulin? That's not what I'm asking. So this is Raulin being pretty.
Hello, hello.
Natalie, ooh,
Hello.
excuse me.
Hi. How are you? I'm fine, thanks.
Oh, I know you.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
I
I can Amal, yeah.
Hi, my darling.
So that's Michelle.
Sorry.
So there's been a group of our guys that's been at the Matrix is the outdoor rehab kind of program.
Yeah.
So part of because they finished off, but part of the extended program was to do some drama and art and dancing.
Yes, yeah.
So they conclude today, and so most of them are now going to support them at the
Okay.
church there in Acacia Road. There's a, I don't know what's the Catholic church there, but all the participants are going to be dancing there, so they've choreographed
Okay,
something.
so they're all going there now.
So we're going to take them
Okay.
there now, yeah, just to go and support.
And Cliffy, as we are walking here, can you tell me more about your community outreach program?
And we do that through the sporting activity.
Okay, is that?
The sporting activity allows us access into the spaces. It
Yeah.
allows us access to engage people.
Yeah.
And so that is what we do with the community outreach. And that is really just to build relationships. I mean, you should know this gentleman is from Lotus River.
Yeah.
Mr. Yasin, say hello to the army people. Man.
Okay. Right yourself.
I'm fine. You. I'm
Listen, I see every
Yes.
house has got, this is House of Peace.
House
Is the
of-
people peaceful here?
Are
And
they?
House of Hope and
We are hoping that there's peace in that one.
yeah.
So Uncle Andy inside there?
Now you
At
went
the
to
hospital.
operation, yes.
And this is support staff, this block here.
Okay.
Oh, they shifted around stuff. Hello, hello. Oh, it's very clean here, Tuffy. I'm surprised, Tuffy. Tuffy, can we come in quickly? Oh, yes. So that is Tuffy, the guy in charge of the garden.
Okay.
Yeah. So we actually had that block there. Those are Kirstenbosch. They actually came out to do that section that's in
Okay.
the block.
Okay.
But it's all those, what do you call those plants? But botanical kind of.
Botanical plants.
And here we have one of the guys that's wheelchair bound who's taken ownership of this space for himself.
That's- okay,
So
nice.
that's why it's so low, because
Yeah.
you can go with his wheelchair in there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yasin.
Right.
So that is the oasis that you speak of,
Cliffy,
ma'am.
thank you for having us here in your space.
Thank you.
Thank you for being such a lovely host and
Yasin.
guest on our show. We really appreciate you.
No, thank you, and thank you for having us.
and
And thank you
thank-
for reaching out.
It's an honor.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And thank you for being on Real Talk.
Great stuff. It's a real good feeling.
That was Real Talk for you today. Oasis, come reach out to them, sponsor them if you can. Stay blessed and know with God all things are possible.
Amen. Great stuff, man. Thank you. That was so cool.
Audio Jungle.